Everyone, and welcome. I am Eric. This is the North Country Outdoor Channel, and I want to talk about DOT cards, DOT medical card. Do you need one? Just a little disclaimer here. This isn't legal advice. This is just me telling you my journey and why I waited so long to get one. It goes back to what I've talked about before, that when you're first starting out in small business, there's so many things competing for your money, whether it be insurance, equipment, DOT card. I just left the doctor's office. It was $85. I should have done it a long time ago. I've been dabbling in this since 2008, but I really only give myself credit for being into business full-time snow removal in trees for the snow removal 3 years in trees. This will be my second year. And I waited so long to get my DOT card because, one, I didn't want to take the time to go to the doctor. I didn't want to pay for it. I just didn't want to deal with it. And like right now I'm driving, this is a 3/4 ton diesel pickup, and I'm okay. I'm under the weight limit where you got to have a DOT card. But as soon as I hook onto a trailer, now the story changes. I go over that weight limit, and in Michigan it's 10,001 pounds or more. I don't know what it is in other states. I would venture to guess that that the rules are pretty close to the same. Now, so all winter long when I'm plowing, I don't technically need one. But it's a good thing to have one. And the reason that I went and did this now is because I just went and bought a small dump truck, a 1-ton dually truck with a dump bed on it. And that right there is bait for DOT officers. I know in Michigan they love that type of stuff. You go, and another thing is this truck that I'm driving right now, this is kind of off from the DOT thing. Well, it's DOT related. This is my personal truck that I drive around myself most of the time. I don't have my business lettered on this truck at all. And the reason that I do that is because it attracts less attention with the DOT. Yes, you can argue that if you got letters on your truck and your phone number, people can see it. I get that, but I have a trailer that's lettered up that I pull behind this thing. So I drive cross country, go on vacations with this truck, and I just didn't want to letter this truck up. I got 4 other trucks that do have letters on them, that if I want my business name to get out there, I'll drive one of those trucks. But I didn't want to be hassled by the DOT while I'm driving cross country in this personal truck right here, so I did not put my business information on this truck, and it's still like that to this day. There's no stickers on this truck anywhere. But you get yourself into a dump truck now, the DOT is going to have a heyday with that, especially around my city here in Michigan, northern Michigan. I mostly just see the DOT on the freeway. And where I live, I take the freeway a lot because it bypasses town. All the stores are on the north end of town, and I live on the south end of town. So I just jump on the freeway, and it bypasses town. And your Walmarts and Myers and Home Depot and all that stuff is on that end of town. So I do take the freeway a lot. And sometimes it's just easier to go from one place to another by taking the freeway. And I can guarantee you, in a dump truck on the freeway, especially being an older truck, a 98 Chevy, you got one little marker light out and they're going to pull you over, and now you better have that DOT card or you're going to get yourself in trouble. I skated under the radar for this will be my just finishing up my 3rd year professionally plowing snow, and I skated under the radar that long. I've been doing lawns all along, mowing lawns, and I've been pulling a landscape trailer, and technically I probably should have got pulled over a time or two pulling that trailer, but I never did. I got lucky. So basically what I'm trying to say is I rolled the dice and I gambled, and it paid off for me not having a DOT card, because I never got pulled over. But now there's a whole other game that goes into that. You get pulled over, you got to have your fire extinguisher in the vehicle, you got to have your roadside triangles in the vehicle, you got to have your obviously your DOT card. And when you get into employees, which I have a couple employees, now they need to have a DOT card if they're going to drive that vehicle as well. So I'm going to be getting my guys a physical here pretty soon. It's just one of those things where I said it, I constantly talk about it. I'm 3 years in, and I still have things competing for my money. And there's things that I just do not want to spend money on because I have other things that I need to spend money on. It was, you say, well, the DOT physical is only $85 and the ticket's probably more than that. You're right, but I'm an idiot. I should have got it. You should probably go get your DOT card. Yes, you probably should. But if you want to roll the dice like I did, you can get away with it, and you can skate under the radar if you do it right and not have to worry about getting pulled over. But I see people pulled over all the time by DOT. Actually, the funny thing is I see people pulling landscape trailers getting pulled over by the DOT. I'm getting out of the lawn mowing because there's just no money in it, and I'm going to go where the money's at, which is the trees for me. But I see guys getting pulled over all the time, and it was always kind of a scary thought for me, like, what if that's me? I wonder how much that ticket is. But me buying the dump truck really forced me into going to get my DOT card. Like I said, $85, half hour at the doctor's office. They go over your vision, your hearing, and medications, and make sure that you're okay to drive. It's a pretty simple process. In my case, the card's good for 2 years, which I knew the doctor, and that might be why, but when I checked out, they said you're lucky because most people are only getting them for 1 year right now. So, do you need a DOT card? Yeah, you should probably have a DOT medical card if you're going to be doing any type of commercial work and you're for hire. And what I mean by for hire is if how am I going to explain that? The equipment that I'm towing behind my vehicle, or the equipment that's in my vehicle, makes me money, then I am for hire. Really, the only place where you can get away with not being for hire that I know of is being a farmer. Back when I used to work at the farm, they had a it was a semi manure spreader, essentially, and I did not have to have a CDL to drive that. I did not have to have a medical card. I didn't have to have nothing. All I had was just my regular Michigan driver's license. And the reason for that is because I think it stated something like, if you stay within 100 miles of your home farm and you're not for hire, meaning we're only spreading manure for our own farm. We're not going around to other farms and spread manure for them. So that's an instance where something is not for hire. So go get your DOT card. It's better to be safe than sorry. And I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you next time.